Oh my goodness, it has been so long. What is up, everybody? Welcome. We have a best of 7 here today between Daut and Stark. I'm actually going to stick with the colors that they're choosing. And for those that are watching on YouTube, you might not realize this, but I've actually been away from my computer for 9 days now. And so to load up an Age of Empires game in front of me like this and to start moving my mouse around just feels so different, you know? I will get used to it. We have a best of 7 and what is a qualifier for an event called Nilly's Apartment Cup 2. The event will be taking place in February. It'll be a week long, and I will actually be there, so I can give you guys more info on that in the future. But YouTube, if you're watching this, and I don't upload all the games, I will at least have the full best of 7 set in the video description unlisted, just in case all the games weren't necessarily up to YouTube quality. This map is called Lands Madness. We have Daut in the blue, and then we have Stark in the purple, and this map is obviously very different from most maps we see. There are some similarities, though. It can give you guys an idea on how this can be played. So there's a few wood lines for players. You can see Stark has one here. He also has 2 to the north. So those are pretty solid wood lines. You'll see a lot of players wall in their villagers on these wood lines because it's so nice and flat. Makes it easy to do. You have berries next to your TC. You also have additional berries to go to. In Stark's case, they're very close. You'll have deer. You have small gold and small stone piles. But it's called Lands Madness for a reason, because how open it is, you can't really full wall it, which is something both players like to do. So I'm really interested to see how they play this out. My guess is that we're going to see an opening with scouts. And one fun Khmer bonus that we can actually see used here is the bonus where they do not need to build a barracks before building their stable. So we could see players immediately build a stable. Throughout this series, I'll probably be catching up a lot with my Twitch chat. You know, okay, Daut's going to actually call a restart, so... Alright, well, forget everything that I just said, okay? And then I'm going to have to repeat all of that and act like I've said it for the first time. So, not only will I need to repeat, I will need to repeat everything, I need you guys to act like you've heard it for the first time. So, Daut is used his restart, which means that, I believe he gets 1 restart? Not sure, but that means that we are just going to do the same map, same civs, and redo this. Daut didn't like his... He didn't like something. He doesn't have to tell us. You have till the 4-minute mark to call a restart. Daut did call it right at 4 minutes. Of course, the game itself closed out a little bit after that, but it's fine. It's fine. Zerdan, thank you for the Prime sub, man. MLZK, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Thank you for 17. And TSU, Garo, thank you guys. Thank you for the Prime. So I'm going to find out just how many restarts they have. We'll have to track all of this. Normally, it is 1 restart per best of 5 and 2 restarts per best of 7. I will confirm that in a moment. Lucas Aid. Lucas Aid. So that's actually a drink then. Luca. Interesting. T90 Official. Hi, T90. So glad I'm finally catching you live after watching on YouTube for so long. Looking forward to the cast today. Well, thank you, Drunk Goat. Sounds eerily similar to something a moderator of mine would say.
Saying people's names. Your pronunciation is as good as your farm placement.
Okay, that's just offensive. That's not even funny, man. That joke just went way too far. I've really enjoyed the fact that no one... It's like I was gone for 9 days and everyone forgot about the farm joke.
Tristan.
You noticed that? Nobody was typing T90 farm. I don't think we've seen it once today. And now somebody remembered and it's coming back. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh boy, here it comes. TFC, thank you for the Prime, man. Sigathron, thank you for 2 years. I will definitely keep it up. Thank you, man. Where's your name in the chat? Yes, that purple badge looks so awesome. I love it. Every time someone gets to 2 years, I get so excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is game 1 in an expert best of 7 between Daut and Stark. 2 players who are very, very good. I just went through all of this. This is actually being streamed live on Twitch at the moment. So I just went through all of this, and then Daut called a re. So for those here in the Twitch audience, you guys are going to hear this for the second time. This is a best of 7 in the tournament called Nilly's Apartment Cup 2. The LAN, or the final week of this event, will actually be in Nilly's apartment. Thus, it's called Nilly's Apartment Cup. I will be in Germany for it in February, so I'm really excited for that. And this is kind of the later stages, which is why I wanted to make sure I could cast this. Daut and Stark are two similar players. They both rely heavily on a boom, but they won't be able to do that here in Game 1, as this is Land's Madness, and it's a very open map. So just to touch on briefly what players have, there's multiple wood lines they can choose from, but you can't easily wall this off. You have berries underneath your TC. You also have additional berry piles if you'd like to take them. You have 2 patches of deer normally. So there's a patch of deer here, and there's a patch of deer here. And then there's small piles of stone and gold throughout the map. So it's different, but there are a lot of similarities to a map like Arabia, which these players are known for playing frequently. If I were to guess, I would probably say this goes to 7 games today. Stark is, I don't want to call him an underrated player, but he's a very solid player. And when you're looking at best of 5s, best of 7s, best of 9s, it's about consistency. So sure, there are players in the world who can have 1 or 2 amazing games and beat anybody.
Good time off.
Like best example of all this is Viper, for example. He never, I shouldn't say never, but he doesn't sweep people all that frequently, like in the semis and the finals. But if it's a best of 7, Viper tends to win more games. So it's about being good, but being good over the span of a long period of time. Speaking of Viper, there will be a best of 21 between Viper and Daut. I will cast all of that tomorrow here on the live stream. For those on YouTube, you'll probably catch it as well. I don't even know how I'm going to go about uploading that. Because if it goes to 21 games, that's 21 separate videos. And I know people on YouTube won't want to wait. But I guess I can give you more details on that when that actually comes. Look at that deer lore from Daut. Okay, it could have been really good. It could have been right underneath the TC. But still, that's pretty nice. So it's a Khmer war. The civilizations were set in the settings here. So they couldn't choose civs for game 1. And my guess is they'll probably start with scouts. Simply because with Khmer you don't need to build the barracks before you build the stable like any other civ. And with all the deer they have and all the deer pushing they're doing, they'll have lots of food to go scouts. T90 official, when is the 24-hour stream scheduled? I have not announced it just yet. I've not announced it yet. But it will be the weekends before Christmas. We pretty much decided on that. So yeah, Stark has 3 deer. Of course, you have the berries underneath your TC. He has these berries as well. He's actually saving these berries for later, seems like. Daut's doing a similar thing here. Daut, he has not placed a lumber camp yet. So he must be going for an extra fast uptime. He's been taking the straggler trees here. So with most civilizations, you'd need 2 Dark Age buildings to advance to the next stage. However, that's not the case with Khmer. So Daut will probably build his lumber camp after he clicks up, and he's gone up just slightly earlier than Stark to the Feudal Age. Crazy Cause, I didn't find out how many restarts they have, actually. I didn't get a response on that. I'm going to assume it's 2, though. I'm just going to assume it's 2. Jiaoji Wei, thank you for 11, man. Lucasad, thank you for the $10 donation. He says, here's a tenner for pronouncing my name right. So does that mean if I get it wrong again and then correct myself, I get another tenner? Is that how this works? I'll have to think about this. I'll have to think about this. Just kidding. Just kidding. Thank you for the support, man. Okay, so now Daut built his lumber camp. It's important to have that for efficiency. Like, Daut might reach the next stage a bit faster, but his economy hasn't been as efficient. So Stark has probably collected slightly more wood. And actually, Stark is on... Oh, interesting. You see, I wasn't expecting the barracks here from him. So he's on 2 lumber camps. So he's bringing in more wood than Daut is at the moment. So some different styles already. The benefit of having the barracks is that you can build defensive spears. But you're also not going to have as much wood for farms, and There's quite a lot that goes into it, so. Difference in styles. Stark is already walling up his resources, though. And Daut, he sees this, and yeah, Stark says, yeah, not today, my friend. I'm gonna make sure I wall this all off. And there's the stable for Stark. He's placing it right after Daut gets his up. Alright, so Daut, he's also walling in his lumberjacks. I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a huge fan of the one lumber camp approach, simply because of how inefficient it can be. Oh, that scares me. Every time. But I think Daut... Oh, he's going for a mill. Interesting.
1890. Fellow 25-year-old Pennsylvanian here. I teach high school and use your videos to unwind after stressful days. Welcome back to our beautiful blustery state. Crossing my fingers for an RTE game plus T90 crossover stream.
Lawton, I actually thought you were going to say that you use my videos to teach your students for a second. And I was going to say that you're the best teacher ever. But you're still the best teacher ever. Glad that I can help you unwind, man. It's good to be back to PA, actually. Thank you for the tip, man. Thank you for the tip. So, Daut has just killed Stark's spear. So we'll see if Stark gets a payoff from building the barracks. And this is going to be all Daut for the first minute here, because he has 5 military and it's all scouts, which he could use to kill villagers. And look, he sees that spear, he can kill this, and he has enough scouts to kill the next spear as well. A nice micro from Daut. You see him pulling the weak scout away, so he hasn't lost any scouts of his own yet. And as I say that he finally does, but Stark is really under pressure right now. No doubt. He has the deer, he has all of that food back at home, so sure, those villagers are exposed, but when he's the one with the offensive pressure and the offensive presence, it doesn't really matter. And this is, I guess, why it's good to have a barracks in this case, right? Because Stark can make spears to hold. You know, I don't know. Arguments can be made that Stark wouldn't be so far behind if he didn't build the barracks, but yet again, the fact that he is behind, it's fine because of the spears. I'm not going to get into it. RTS games are very complicated. I don't want to focus on too many specifics. But what I can tell you is that Daut has 3 kills and 1 death, and he's killed 3 spears and lost 1 scout. And actually, he's building his own barracks now. So probably for defensive spearmen, right? But if you look at Daut's lumber camp, just as an example of why I don't like the one lumber camp approach long term, these villagers will be running into each other. And so they're walking further than they should. Whereas if you look at Stark, he has 2 lumber camps and the villagers are slightly more efficient. But I do like Daut's position better. Oh, I take that back. Here come the scouts from Stark. Good move from Stark to go out offensively. And he kills a villager. Really nice move, in fact, because he kept his spears at home defensively. And then he snuck some scouts out and killed one of Daut's vills. Now, Daut's creating a lot of scouts, guys. He has 4 more here. This map is called Land Madness. It's a very aggressive map, but this could be a risk for Daut if you can't do anything with them. Stark is still adding some of his own. I believe he might have spotted that Daut had the fort home. And he knows Daut must be around here. And really interesting walls from Stark. Really interesting walls. And oh, Daut could kill that villager. I don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. He lost the scout, and he did not kill the villain in the end. And Stark is actually repositioning this. This is smart. He's moved the weak villager now to that farm. And Daut, oh, he's going for the palisade walls. He's snuck in with another group. Does Stark see this? Oh, Stark responds just in time. What a play there, because he could have lost some vills. At the same time, Stark is moving out. And Daut is still creating scouts. This is a crazy number of scouts Daut is creating. And Daut must expect this, and he does. He does know his opponent is on the prowl. As Stark needs to be careful now. He doesn't know about these extra scouts. I wouldn't be expecting that if I were him. But he ends... Oh, bad pathing, so he'll lose the scout, but he ends up getting out just in time. Yeah, it's real interesting to me that Daut has created so many scouts, because it's a lot of food that he could have saved. And he's getting bloodlines now, so this makes sense. Since he's created the scouts, get upgrades on them. But, you know, you look at Stark's resources, guys, and Stark has a lot more food in the bank. So he could hit Castle Age faster, but you know what? Daut will have more military to do damage with. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a lot more spears for Stark at home. And now what Stark can do, guys, is he can click the scouts from Daut, and he can see that they now have 65 HP. So he can see that, okay, Daut's going for upgrades. I need to prepare myself. I think Stark needs some more spears. I don't think he knows it yet, but look at this. Daut's coming forward with a group of scouts and 4 of his own spearmen. Stark, actually, this is not easy to do, guys. He's fighting with villagers. He's sending out some more spears. He's going to lose villagers at this rate, but wow, he hops back into the house. What a smart play from him. He's sending back his scouts. Daut has so many units here. Stark just lacking 2 gold to click up. There we go. He's on his way to Castle Age. And this is pretty much what I expected here. Daut with a lot of military, but a slower castle time. And in all honesty, Daut hasn't done that much with his excess scouts. But I don't know if Stark will be able to counterattack Daut in the early Castle Age if Daut keeps this up. So 2 barracks now for Stark. So he's going into pikemen for sure. And he doesn't have a lot of villagers on gold, so it'll probably just be that. Let's look at Daut's resources. Yeah, Daut, he's about to click up, but this is a pretty big time difference. You have to pay attention to everything if you're Stark. Because he could over-forage here. He hasn't been playing Bury Nothing, I can promise you that much. And he's probably not keeping an eye on that. Just kidding, he's of course keeping an eye on that. But there's only 17 food left on that forage bush. Yeah, Stark did get wheel. He got wheelbarrow. Daut is now on the way up. There will be a minute and 15-second difference. What Stark really needs is he have a market. He doesn't. He needs more gold at the moment. I'm thinking either get more villagers out to gold, or you need to sell a little bit of wood or sell a little bit of food to get gold. Because he can't afford to create more than 1 knight. And okay, he'll go for light cav. He's fighting with these spears. Daut is choosing to take the engagement. Real interesting move for Daut. I don't agree with this at all. Yeah, I feel like Daut could have gotten some more use out of these. But maybe he wants to chew up the pike numbers from Stark. And now Stark's scouts will become light cav, and can he get some pickoffs? If he goes to the gold, he could get some pickoffs. This could be huge! This could be huge! Okay, Daut sees him. But Daut's villagers, they can't really react. They need to hop in the house, actually. Nice move. Okay, so we're seeing the Khmer bonus used. Nice move from Daut. He hops in the house, and now he will be able to defend himself from the light cav threat. Stark will have pikemen now. Stark still does not have a lot of gold, but Stark has more control than Daut does for sure. What's interesting is that both of these players, they play the same. So they're both known for booming under pressure. And so Stark is actually the one pressuring a bit, but Daut is defending well. And Daut has 2 more villagers, but obviously he has a lot more idle time, so I still like Stark's position more. Daut's going to add a scorpion, so yeah, sure. If you want to create pikemen in a Khmer war, it can work out versus the knights, but Khmer have amazing scorpions. So I think now what you need, if you're Stark, is, well, you need more defensive pikemen, because there's a lot of knights there for Daut. And I think you need a monastery. Monastery Siege Workshop can help defend. Stark is on 1 town center, guys. He's building a second somewhere. Yeah, he's building this. This is a good TC. Berries, gold. Running in with light cav, and he will kill 2 of the scorpions. Stark is such a good player, guys. He's such a good player. And it's consistency. Again, he can perform like this game in, game out. He killed a villager there as well. So he killed 2 scorpions, and he was able to kill a vill. Okay, so here we go. These villagers are exposed. Hop in the house, dude. Hop in the house. Yep, there we go. He's fine. And Daut. I don't see him doing much damage here, honestly. Up, unless he's going to go for that vill, and he does. So, good pick off from him. Probably shouldn't hang out underneath the TC. He took one too many shots. So Daut's going to build a 3rd town center, and look how compact his base is. Very compact base. He has knights defensively, scorpions defensively. Where does this game go from here, guys? Where does this game go from here? Like, what do they build up towards? It's all about little victories now. So Daut, he's going to get a little victory with another vill pick, right? Stark is now on 3 TCs as well. Real weird how he placed these town centers here. Don't necessarily get that. I would build one here and the other one next to the wood, but whatever floats your boat, Stark. I guess they might build up towards halberdiers, honestly. Like, if we're thinking about Imperial Age compositions, halberdiers and scorpions could be huge! Oh my god! Stark has either over-chopped here or Daut got through the wall. Again, the Khmer bonus saving 6 villagers for Stark. But not ideal. Daut has 5 more villagers and Daut is forcing a lot more idle time. I say that as... yeah, never mind. I think Daut is still fine. Really close first game, though. Really close first game. Oh, man. You know, this is pretty sweet. We rarely see Khmer, so to see a Khmer war where players are hopping into houses is pretty unique. Without that bonus, a lot more villagers would have died in this game, that's for sure. You can't build on the thin sand line. Yeah, you're right, you're right. You can't build right here, right? Yeah, so I guess the TC wouldn't fit, correct. Good point. I have been corrected. I've been corrected. This is game 1 of what will be a best of 7. And the populations are very close. The styles are very close. And let's see if Stark can do something with the light cav. He is. I mean, really smart move to create more light cav to go after the scorpions. Still don't know if it's worth it to lose that many numbers. Stark is not stealing resources in the north. He's just scouting. Just scouting. And Daut will need to do that as well. There's lots of gold. But it's only 2 tiles a pop. So you need to have map control for it. Wouldn't say that either player really has map control. Simply because what Stark has is not a strong force to hold the map with. But Stark, again, killing a scorpion. A Stark's military does not cost gold. That's the big issue. Daut's military costs only gold. Or not, sorry, not only gold, but there's a lot of gold involved. Scorpions cost gold. Knights cost gold. I think this would be the time where Stark can start taking some control with some more pikes or a siege workshop. Or in Stark's case, just a TC. Because he relies so heavily on that economy of his. The Bizarchdian donated 100 bits to the stream. He said, I found you through YouTube as well, but played hundreds of hours of this amazing game 10 to 15 years ago on the original CDs. Remember how crazy it was when the Conquerors expansion came out. Love that this game still has a strong presence, so keep up the great work, sir. Thank you, man. I definitely will. Thank you, Flavius, for the 9 months. Thank you, Geology Wade, for the 11. Welcome in, everybody who's just getting here.
Really enjoying your content. Keep the good content up, T93.
Guys, Stark is doing a hell of a job.
Knock knock.
Kind of a 3-pronged attack there, right? He distracted Daut here, he distracted Daut here, and he distracted Daut here. Daut's still booming under pressure, and he has a lot more villagers. He's getting iron casting now, and he's getting stone mining. So I think we will see a forward castle. And he's just going to protect the center of this map with pikemen. Yeah, you see this? He's on stone. What about Daut? What's his situation looking like? He's got to be on stone somewhere, right? Oh, he's building a castle here. In a Daut-like fashion. Oh my god, Daut! What are you doing? It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Of course he's already building a castle. So he's building a castle there. He's lost quite a few villagers. He's losing scorpions, and he has about 27 idols. So I don't think Stark will be complaining too much. That castle doesn't protect much for Daut. And Daut again losing his expensive scorpions. And he has so many idle villagers. But Daut still does have the Vil High. Wow. Well. Let's see where this goes. Now Stark knows there's a castle there. He might build his here or maybe here. He's got to protect the center area. Notice how none of them are getting defense upgrades on their knights. They're not interested in defense upgrades because they're not interested in making these for much longer. I think it will go towards halberdiers and siege in the late game. And wow, Daut wants to, Stark, sorry. And the pink wants to build his castle on the left. And I think Daut will see those villagers. And he has to know that this is incoming. Yeah, he sees it going up. But I don't think he can really react to it. But Daut's on the way to the Imperial Age first. And Stark is really not all that close, actually. He doesn't have the gold for it. He does have the food. So with the Feudal Age, Castle Age times, Daut had a lot of military, right? However, he was later to Castle Age. This time, Stark has a lot of military, but he'll be later to the Imperial Age. He picks off 2 more villagers there. And this is quite a close game. Grim, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Grim gifted 20 subs to the stream. I didn't even see that. That's crazy. Chat, if we could get some gift emotes going for him. Thank you, Grim. So good to be back. So good to see all of you guys. Thank you for the support, everybody. Again, Stark picking off more Vils. But, like, Daut is creating Vils faster than Stark can kill them. That's the crazy thing. And Stark is kind of doing the same thing. He's on so many town centers. I'd say he's probably on 5 or 6 right now. Stark still hasn't clicked up to Imp. He really needs to do that. He's building his second castle now. And he's pressuring Daut on the left-hand side. Yet again. After 2 years of enjoying his YouTube channel, I finally get to see him live. Welcome, man. Welcome. So Stark's pressure is really paying off here. It's really paying off. Now he has a huge Vil lead. He just needs to click up to the Imperial Age. Any moment now, that has to be coming in for him. And yes, it is. Daut is really feeling the heat. I think what Daut will go for is just Trebs and Halberdiers to start. So good thing for Daut is, at least if he spots this castle, and he probably will accidentally in a moment, he can get Trebs. And he can soon build his second castle. Problem for Daut is he doesn't have a lot of map control. He's being pressured here, and Stark is just all over the guy, really. And if Stark just sees this gold, which he's a tile away from seeing, he can kill those Vils, which Daut has idle anyway, so it's not like Daut is even seeing that. Stark has 150 population in game 1, my friends. 150 population. He is going for chain barding. I think he will continue with the light cav rating. He'll probably go for Halberdier as well. Daut doesn't have a lot of resources, but he does have his first trebuchet, and his second trebuchet is now on the way. A few scorpions and pikes. And this is where Daut starts to take some map control back. This castle will mean that Stark needs to leave this TC most likely. Stark realizes this, so he's going to the north.
T90 Woo.
And look at this again. Stark coming in on the wood line. Daut does not have an efficient economy. He does not have an efficient economy at all. And he cannot keep up with this, it seems. Stark, he won't be able to keep this castle up. But he's actually building one here. I don't like this castle position. I feel like he has nothing to secure this. So that could actually change the game. I think if Stark builds that castle back here instead, he can defend it easier. And it protects his economy. But this castle's kind of out in no man's land for him. Man, if he just sees this, he'll kill all of those villagers from Daut. Daut is really living on a prayer at the moment, guys. But this is game 1, and what is a best of 7? This is going to be an awesome set. There's a reason I wanted to cast this today. I knew it would be awesome. Problem for Stark, though, is Daut. He has the better military. He has halberdier, he has scorpions, and he has 4 trebuchets. Let's see if Daut can bring this back with his stronger options. Oh my god, Stark is back and on the left! He's killing more villagers! And this is just classic Stark, guys. Look at the minimap. He sees the golds, he's just booming and pressuring. He has 147 villagers. He only has pop space for 53 military. Daut's at 120 villagers. And maybe Daut, as he kills this castle, is getting a bit confused. He doesn't know where to go. He sees Stark has a castle behind him. He has not reacted to that just yet. Does he send his trebs back, or does he continue to send them forward? That's the question. And he's deciding to send them forward. He will take this gold away from Stark and kill these villagers. And he does have the halberdiers patrolling around on the left now, so I really don't see how Stark can kill more vills there. Stark has another castle back in his base. Daut can, of course, take that down soon. And Stark is going for Onager. Wow. So he's going for the Onager upgrade. Onager is a great upgrade here. I normally wouldn't like that. I think it's far too risky at this level to go for Onager because of how expensive it can be. But what does Daut have that can kill Onager? Not much. Onager would also flatten these scorpions. And it could flatten Daut's halberdiers, and that's a good fight for Daut there. Oh, Daut needs to kill this castle, but I don't know if he should leave his trebs exposed like this. Stark, can he get his Onager over here? I think Daut can take this down, but Stark's building another one, and he's still holding here, by the way. This is a crazy game. Stark just has TCs and villagers on every gold pile he can find. He's raiding with halberdiers and knights and Lycav on the left, still maintaining his 30 population lead. And the only good thing for Daut at the moment is that he has these trebs, but that could get Onager down. Stark has just outboomed Daut. He's at 153 vills.
890. I think the player in the blue is Daut.
Let's see. Now, Daut does not know this castle's here yet. He's about to find out, and he could treb that down next. But he needs to be very careful. Now, Stark needs more Onagers, and that Siege Workshop, which is creating Onagers, is getting trebbed down. So he only will have one, and one might not be enough, but he sends in the Knights. He sends in the Knights, he kills one Trebuchet, he'll kill the second. I believe the third will stand. Daut is now repairing this castle. He lost all of his trebs on the front. Looking good for Stark, guys. Looking very good for Stark. It's just incredible how he's kept the pressure up on the left. How he kept this castle up, I'm not sure how he did that. And he has so many resources compared to Daut, simply because he got away without booming the guy. And Daut just has this random trebuchet here. And that will go down now. And I think Stark, you could start pushing this one back a little bit. Yeah, look at Daut's economy. Daut is really struggling. Only 200 food in the bank. So much wood. He doesn't have the space for farms, guys. Where's he going to branch out and build farms? I think Stark is getting closer and closer to victory. And now he's building a castle on the left-hand side, which will solidify more control for him. As if he even needed that. What a hold from Stark against that treb push. He's such a strong player. Again, they're virtually identical players because they both boom under pressure a lot. I've been impressed by Stark's raiding. Look at this. Every time Daut shows up to an area on the map, Stark arrives and kills villagers. I wish we could have a separate KD for Vill kills. Because the KD is similar, but I would say that Stark has killed a lot more villagers. And now not only does he build a castle here, he's researching guard tower, and he's going to build towers. And Daut realizes it's over, and he calls the GG. That is game 1 in a best of 7, guys. That is probably the best Khmer War I've ever seen, and I can confidently say that because I rarely see Khmer Wars. That was sick play from Stark. Really great hold for him because he was so much later to the Imperial Age. But he realized, okay, if I just add more and more economy, just slowly keep relocating, I'll be fine. castles are important for trebuchets, but in a Khmer War, they're not important for much else. So as long as he had 1 or 2 of his own, he'd be fine if he could create trebs. And I'm excited for the rest of this series. I'm really excited for the rest of this series. Again, YouTube, this is a best of 7. This game is for sure a YouTuber. If you don't see the other games, I'll actually have the full best of 7 in the video description for you, as I tend to just upload the best stuff to YouTube. We do have a lot of people here on the Twitch stream who are new from YouTube, so welcome to you guys. Thank you guys for being here. YouTubers, of course, if you'd like to stop by the live stream at some point, I do this. This is my full-time gig, so I'm always casting Age of Empires. Check out the schedule on the Twitch link below. But there's the KD for you. I want to see the eco difference. Look at that. 10,000 wood difference. Or sorry, food difference. As Stark had a lot more wood, a lot more stone, and a decent amount of gold over Daut. Wait, did I say Stark? I might have misspoke there, but basically Stark did better economically. Game 2, for those wondering. Game 2 will be coming right up. That will be on El Dorado. And the players have these civilizations to choose from. So on the left, we have Stark. He's promoting his stream there. Stark gets to choose either Celts, Huns, Incas, Slavs, or Malians for El Dorado. And then Daut, he gets to choose Indians, Chinese, Vikings, Malay, or Burmese. That was the first game of Age of Empires 2 that I've casted in... Let's think about this. 9 days, guys. How'd I do? Not bad?